So, you're itching to uncover the top secret intel? Huh? Well, gather round. Because Marlene's got the scoop. This dynamo is practically bursting with glee to spill the beans. She's more invested in her students' triumphs than a squirrel hoarding acorns for the winter. I mean, seriously, she's all about your success in the course and beyond. It's like she's a cheerleader for your academic and career escapades. Can you follow a recipe and cook a dish? Of course you can. Just like a recipe, math involves following a set of steps or instructions to achieve a specific result. In both cases, attention to detail and accurate measurements are crucial for a successful outcome. In real estate, math is used to determine property values, calculate mortgage payments, assess rental income, estimate returns on investment, and much more. Let's break down real estate math concepts using the recipe analogy. Marlene draws a comparison between cooking a dish and solving math problems. Just as when you're preparing a new dish, you constantly refer back to the recipe until you've learned it, repeatedly practicing a math problem until you no longer need to rely on the formula is identical. Even though you know the answer before working on the math problem, the same way as knowing how the dish will turn out before you prepare it, both are completed in steps. If you happen to forget a step, you can always refer back and find out the next step, thereby aiding in learning and retaining the forgotten step. After missing the same question 4 or 5 times, going back to review where you went wrong is the best way to learning and committing the formula to memory. When Marlene gives math problems to her students, she gives them one problem per formula and explains to the student to continually work on the same problem over and over. You may wonder how repeating the problem over and over when you already know the answer is going to help. Well, it's simple. Imagine this. If Marlene invites you over for dinner and you are both standing in the kitchen making small talk, she prepares the dish. You watch her every step as she explains the measurements, ingredients, oven temperature, cook time, etc. When you sit down for dinner, you really like the dish. You ask for and are given the recipe. Maybe a week or so later you decide that you want to prepare the dish for your family. Okay, but first let me ask you this. Do you think you will need to have the recipe handy to possibly refer back to? Of course you will. You will probably have it handy before you even begin to shop for the ingredients or prepare the dish. It's the same way with math formulas. When an instructor shows you during class the formula needed to solve a problem, do you really expect yourself to recall and understand it after just one example? It is very unlikely. It's the same as when you fix the dish for your family. You will have to refer to the recipe multiple times before you have learned it completely without having to refer back. Math formulas are absolutely no different. They are exactly the same. We trust that the analogy provided will prove helpful in tackling real estate math equations. Should you require additional assistance, please feel free to reach out to Marlene at 407-791-5604 for further information on the various quick tutorials and personalized tutoring services offered by Classic Real Estate School.